Look, I went to the optometrist 6 months ago because my eyes, I kept on seeing double. So I went to go see the optometrist, and she looked at my eyes and she goes, "Oh, your eyes have disassociated from each other."
Oh my God.
So when I was getting tired, what was happening, because I was looking through a viewfinder for so long, an eyepiece, which means one eye is looking through an eyepiece, the other eye's closed for long periods of time.
Man, you don't think about that.
And she was like, well, when you close one eye, what the brain will do if you do this for a long enough period of time is your brain will go, oh, we don't need to be dealing with that one. We just need to be dealing with the main one that's working really hard. So when I would get tired, the main eye that I was working all the time and the muscles were getting really, really strong would flip into, start turning in, and the other eye would stay straight. But my brain has now gone, well, I don't need to merge those two images together. They're two now separate things that are coming from separate entities because we're not working together, which is almost like, you know, a metaphor for your whole body and brain. When they're not working in sync, you're all over the place.
Yeah.
So, you know, the optometrist said, well, we're going to have to put a prism in one eye, which will kind of deviate. And you know, your eyes will get, I'm sitting there going, I did not even
You don't think about it. No.
Then, you know.
And it makes sense.
Absolutely. And I'm like, I'm 43 and my body is already showing the what do you call it? It's showing the problems that this particular type of job that you do, wear and tear of your body.
Well, you know, people that aren't in the industry don't realise how much of a labouring job it is. As in gear and carrying gear and packing and you know, especially when you work on those jobs alone. Some of those documentaries, you're doing everything, right?
Most of the time, it's just me. I'm doing sound, I'm doing camera, I'm doing directing, I'm working out the edit.
Putting a flecky between two rocks.
Oh,
everything.
Trying to carry all your equipment on your back so that you're completely...
And you've always had a bad back, from what I remember.
Oh, always.
Even going back to 1999, I think we worked together. And you were having a back problem then.
Oh, because your posture's shit when you're filming, because all the important stuff is not you, it's keeping that camera steady.
Yeah.
So your whole body will go into weird places just so that camera is nice and steady. I mean, when I first worked with you back in 2000, and you guys used to call me Steadicam Claire.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have enough budget to actually have a steady camera dolly, so I had to somehow make it nice and smooth.
Well, it was a lot lighter then.
But then, you know, you think of when I was working on the Heights, you had, you know, a 15 to 20 kilo camera. It's all on one shoulder. And you can't swap it to the other side to balance you out.
Especially the way they were shooting that, because it was constant, right?
All the time.
There was like 4 cameras, am I right?
Yeah. I would have done about 1,600 hours of off-the-shoulder filming, looking through an eyepiece, one eye, doing all the work, all the weight on one shoulder, which means my hips are trying to rebalance that. And also, like, I joked to, I was joking to one of the a camera operator that, you know, if you look at camera operators, they have no arse. Because what you do is you turn your hips in.
All the hips,
so that you've got...
So your core is supporting everything.
Yeah, but in a really weird way. It's not supporting in a completely... You are... Essentially what you're doing is you want to breathe without using your shoulders. But you've also got to put all the weight in certain ways.
So you're a woman with no ass, a bad back, and cross-eyed.
How glorious is that?
It's attractive,
All
Claire.
for my dream job.
And I love.